Go.
Alright. We are talking about a movie about 3 singing chipmunks. And that would be Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Yeah, and this, got me introduced to the Chicks themselves. A really great movie, but of course I was not aware of the original cartoon back in the day. Of course, because I was born in the early 2000s, and I've seen this movie since I was 6 years old. But it was a pretty great introduction, I must say.
That's fantastic.
And of course, got introduced to other cast members and stuff. But yeah, my childhood and stuff. A lot of great songs, a lot of great fun moments, and yeah, they did a really good job of doing this live-action remake.
It's not
That's
a
all
remake.
I gotta say.
It's not a remake.
Oh.
But that's besides the point. But and Blitz, from your side, from what you remember.
Oh yeah. For me, I actually saw the first movie and the second movie in the same day when I first watched it.
Oh.
Wow. Whammy. Double whammy.
I mean, yeah, just recorded it from Fox, and it's a really great film. Despite the critics and everything, what they say, it was still a great film to me.
Well, a lot of people have a lot of opinions, but I mean, hey, it's still part of your childhood. I mean, it made me enjoy it, so screw them.
I mean, yeah, what could make them could talk? Yeah, you're critics, but I like to see you do this job for a living.
Exactly. How would you feel if you want to voice a chipmunk and then sing as it? See how you like it.
That's not really what.
That's not how it really go. But yeah, I'm just saying, despite all of this, there is a lot of funny moments. There was definitely a sad moment in this movie, but overall, it was an interesting experience when I first watched this.
For me, before getting into the much more better, the much more better, let's see. Yeah, the much more better 80s movie, which was the Chipmunk Adventure, and of course, Alvin and the Chipmunks meet both Frankenstein and Wolfman. It was the start of Here, and kind of like you, but it was something very different. And honestly, yes. While it is mixed due to the amount of poop humor, toilet basically toilet humor, all that junk, I still do consider it really, really awesome and heartwarming and stuff. And well, yeah, the found family trope, it can be a little bit hit or miss. This one is in the middle because there were moments I was like, oh geez, this is uncomfortable for me to watch. But yet again, I still do praise this movie.
The fact is that these 3 brothers were just living their lives in a tree until some random lumberjack cut down their tree, and they ended up in the mall. Yeah, the mall. Thank you. By accident.
I'm sorry. I meant Jet Records. Sorry.
Yeah, Jet Records. Sorry, but it's okay, dude. But yeah, and I mean, hey, it could be in any tree they're in, but no, it had to be this one. And yeah, and of course they followed Dave home by hopping into the muffin basket he stole, and yeah, of course he got freaked out about talking chipmunks. Hesitant at first, he kicked them out, but until hearing them sing, he was pretty impressed by them. I mean, can you blame him? They sing pretty good.
I mean, that's what that's what the Chipmunks. But here's the when I did finally got my thoughts together. What the critics say, yeah, this is what it is. Just not really relying much more on the source material. And here's the biggest offender when it comes to live action movies based on, the original source material, the one part is, the characters themselves not getting enough screen time, instead focusing on, people. That's what's the problem these days.
Yeah, I mean, the Chipmunks did get some screen time, of course, and the same creators go to the live-action Transformers. They complained that they've been focusing on the humans more than the Transformer characters themselves.
And of course, like I said before, the toilet humor, where of course Simon ate that crab.
Oh yeah, that. Of course, when he said it's a raisin, of course, then he spit out and told her, "You owe me big time." But let's not forget the funny part afterwards, where he was looking for Alvin, and here's Justini found him take a shower in the dishwasher.
Yeah, he just said it. He said
maybe I should call it the dish shower. Get it? Dish shower.
Yeah, haha. Thank you a lot, Adam Sandler.
Yeah, but yeah, and also besides that, of course, for some reason it doesn't really explain why him and that girl, Clara, is it?
Yes, Claire.
Claire, I was close. But for some reason they broke up, but they decided to meet for dinner. Of course, he has to get ready. Everything's a mess, but the Chipmunks were able to handle it when he got groceries. But of course, they stuffed everything into the fridge. But everything was going great. Looks like they're having a nice time until Alvin decided to go love doctor and started making everything romantic, like dim down the lights, playing music, trying to fireplace. Then Dave got sprayed with the mint spray, and then got hit with a biscuit, and then he finally explained to Claire like that he's been run out by talking chipmunks, which made her leave. And then now David is mad at the Chipmunks. And previously, he wanted to show the scene Chipmunks to his friend Ian, which in the beginning of the film, didn't accept his song that he made, and so he wanted to use the Chipmunks for that. But since they got stage fright, and that didn't happen. But they did get the courage. They stuck in his mention one night and actually showed Ian what they were made of. And because of that, already 1 million hits on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, but my other favorite part of that movie was, of course, the songs. It was phenomenal.
Oh yeah, we will get there.
Fine.
All right, fine. Go ahead. Yes, we can. Okay. How about?
It's all right. It's all right, Fresh. All right. Yeah, remember that scene when Dave was going to the conference room, and we see all his coworkers and all of that, and he's trying to pitch his idea, but of course you see a drawing of Theodore's butt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Of course. Yeah. Well, how is he supposed to know that first what's it was the color? I mean, if he saw it quick, he would notice wait, did you draw on these? You're not supposed to draw on them. Man, I'm gonna get fired. And too late now. When he's trying to, which he works for some kind of granola bar company, energy bar thing. But of course, showing every cardboard thing. Yeah, it got him fired.
Hey, what you expect? Because Simon said that they were kids.
I mean, yeah. Legit. This is how I got more interested in chipmunks, because it did teach me about how the adult chipmunks leave their babies for a few weeks alone.
Yeah, and according to Alvin, that they were hippies. They left early to join the commune.
Yeah. What else can that one scene where they enter the house. The one scene I was like, oh, what the, that scene where he got hit in the head with the cheese balls.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you sure? I was like, you sure he got hit in the head? And I think that was a different jar.
I think it was a different jar, but the glass through his head, that hurt a lot.
I mean, yeah, I was like, dang, he could have been dead by that, but just it's just cartoon logic.
This ain't no jackass, okay? We can't be doing that. But let's see other good scenes. What other ones? Of course, there was that conflict though.
With Dave and the Chipmunks saying like, if you love Uncle Ian so much, you think I'm not looking out for you. Why don't you go live with him? That part.
Yep. And I like that scene where with Alvin and the balloon.
Oh yeah, major rock stars.
Major rock stars. Yeah, stop it. Major rock stars. Yeah, it's hilarious. What was another scene I was about? Oh, I like when they do this in movies, but if you notice this as a kid, I did it as well. In the background of like when Dave was confronting the Chipmunks and everything, you see SpongeBob SquarePants like playing in the background.
Oh yeah, that was the episode. Where's Gary? Or have you seen the snail?
Exactly. I like when they do that in movies, especially in Diary with Whoopi Kid.
Oh yeah, when they were watching the first Ice Age movie.
I like when movies do that though.
I like that too. And oh wait.
No, go ahead.
No, wait. Aren't you gonna bring him? Aren't you gonna bring him in?
Well, if he's not in the backstage.
Oh, because like I was like, hey, I wonder what's taking so long.
Now he came.
Okay. My phone froze for a sec. Okay. I was trying to say was, are you talking about that scene where Alvin was pushing a jar of what looks like to be seeds on top of Dave's head?
We already talked about it. Yeah, we're just talking about the SpongeBob scene on the TV.
Oh, SpongeBob scene. Oh yeah, and of course that's where Dave discovered and Sam discovered that he needs glasses. And here's the thing though. Okay, Sam needs glasses, but he took some random glasses from a Santa figurine, and they just work just like that. I mean, what if that glasses didn't have any lens in it?
Maybe it's because, I don't know, the creators not really doing their homework, because when you first see the Chipmunks, they got no clothes. Simon doesn't have his glasses. Like, they could have been, like, established from there, but no.
Well, I mean, why would he have glasses while he was out in the woods?
What did I just say? Live action movies just differ from the source material. You deaf?
I think what they're going for is like kind of an origin story, but
they kind of explained that in another Alvin and Chipmunks video. It was the. What year did it come out? I'm just gonna double check.
What are you talking about? Like,
no, hold on.
Like, what year did what came out? You gotta be specific.
I'm searching it right now. Oh yeah, so they basically explained this in Alvin and Chipmunks, the show from 2015. Where where Simon was saying to Alvin, like, we just came to his doorstep, that's it. So basically they got the story from the live action movie.
Huh. So, in other ways, the 2015 reboot show is kind of like a mixture of the original and the live action adaptation.
Well, yeah, because if you think of it away, it kind of like this story kind of reminds me of the Master Splinter story. Like either he was a human or he was just a rat at first.
True. But yeah, back to the live action. Of course, ever since Ian mentioned to Dave on a phone call that Chipmunks became popular through a YouTube video, they started to make a make it famous. And what's really cool that he made their clothes out of his old jackets and stuff, and they look really good. Of course, Alvin with his signature yellow ink.
What? No. Okay, look, my dog just hacking. Just keep on going.
Oh, okay. But go on, Christian.
And of course, Christmas came, and Ian brought in some gifts after Dave. I was about to get him some savings bonds. Are you familiar with those savings bonds?
Well, yes, we all know what they are.
Yes.
Yeah, and Ian brought them even cooler gifts. And after that, that scene where they're at a concert, and that's where the Chipmunks saying one of the greatest songs they sang, "Witch Doctor."
But going back to that Christmas scene, I did like that one line Theodore said when they were trying to wake up Dave. He was like, "Come on, Daddy." He was like, and that kind of like warmed my heart, saying that he accepts him as a father.
And I wish they should have made a sequel of a movie. Like, they should have made a story where they meet their parents again. Like, I wanted to know what their parents looked like.
Chipmunks.
Yeah. Well, that's not the point. And how about the Chipmunks' parents and the Chipmunks' parents? Think about it.
Yeah, you want a lot of chipmunks in that movie? We got sick already.
But the point is, and of course, Ian wants to take the credit for Chipmunks and wants to have them in their possession and not Dave's, and call them rats, and making the Chipmunks think that Dave calls them rats. And because of that, and because that they think that Ian's more filled to them, Dave got mad, and so they decided to go with Ian instead of Dave, and now the Chipmunks live in Ian's mansion with lots and lots of toys for them to play with, that there are no rules.
Yeah, that's legit his number one rule, no rules. But there was also utter conflict. Like, remember, Dave was in his room, he got this box, he was writing something, he put some frozen waffles.
Oh, yeah, and of course he wrote a note and threw it away, and of course that's where Theodore found it.
Yeah. And yeah, remember the supermarket scene?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's where they're to get a lot of toaster waffles, and yeah. And when I was a kid, I was so brain dead. I was thinking that the Chipmunks were the suitcases the whole time. That's how, and because I was 6 years old back then, I didn't think about. Okay, just forget what I said. But yeah. But I mean, he could have gotten some rules. I mean, what if the Chipmunks start I don't know, ripping some paintings or breaking some vases? I know he's rich, but I mean, you gotta allow that rule.
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Also, going back to the supermarket scene, remember that lady started was throwing shit at him, and then of course, David was trying to explain about his sons and how fucked up he was saying at the same time.
Yes.
I know. Have you ever had a kid throw food at you?
No.
Then it's called food fights. He throws it.
Food fight!
Exactly.
Oh no, not the movie. No.
Exactly. That's where I was
What
going.
Movie Food Fight literally called that. Hello.
Oh, that I'm familiar with that terrible movie.
No.
But it's the rule. If he throws it, you throw it back, and then you get everybody involved. Simple as that.
And of course, somebody shouts "food fight," and yeah. And why does it only mainly happen in schools?
Duh.
Because cafeteria has a lot of food, unlike Well, I'm not judging homes because despite how much food and storage you have, because there's a lot of options at schools if you think about it.
Well, yeah, true. What else? Oh yeah, and now Ian is in possession of the Chipmunks. He is giving them no rest. He's forcing them to keep stealing until one example, switching Simon's glasses with his similar to Ian's, and of course he can't really see out of them. And then there's a lawn tour takes about 1 or 3 months or so, and of course what?
I want to elaborate to that, how they're not getting sleep, because there was that scene where Ian gave them coffee. I like that. Oh
yeah, that is a classic. And of course, Theodore thought it was toffee, the candy. And of course, they drink it, the whole thing, and it was that'll keep him awake. And then they start going hyper. Biggest mistake ever. Never give Chipmunks coffee. And then later on in the film, Dave finds out on the news that the Chipmunks are being mistreated, and so he starts to get them. And then a doctor reveals that their throats are like messed up and stuff. And Ian does not want to cancel the show, wants the Chipmunks to lip sync what they sing previously, and so no one will find out. Of course, David steps in, and then the truth is out of the bag. The Chipmunks start to like wreak havoc a little, but of course they get captured by Ian. But, however, they do have a backup plan, like switching the Alvin Chipmunk dolls that Ian made, and now they're with Dave.
I remember, Ian threw the Alvin one to a table.
Oh, yeah, that was at that party scene.
Yeah.
And of course, that was at a lady, too. She was, drinking wine and stuff. But, remember at the dessert table they were at? Oh, man, those desserts looked delicious.
I was going to elaborate what you were saying about when they were, the doctor was checking their tongues and everything. I kind of like that scene of how, it sounded like, I like, especially, Theodore's part.
Of course.
Yeah. But, yeah, pretty much sum up all of it, and especially Alvin is having this whole big speech for, Dave.
Yeah. And of course, Dave let the Chipmunks operate parts of the car like steering wheel, windshield wiper, and horn. And of course, Ian is left with the dolls, and he realized that they're gone. Like, no! And then at the end of the movie, Claire and Dave are planning on getting together, and then Alvin popped the cork of champagne and started spraying everywhere, and Claire is like, "Are you gonna?"
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Until the champagne shorts out the electricity, and that's where he says it.
Alvin. Okay.
Yep, and that's how it is. Great movie ever.
Mhm. Alright, and yeah. The first song I would like to talk about is one of the best ones, the beginning of the movie, if you're having a bad day. It's the best.
Well, it's how I got introduced to the song itself because of that movie. At first, I thought it was a song made specifically for this movie, but I found out it was an actual song.
Well, the Chipmunks version was my favorite overall.
Same.
Yeah, mine too. And of course, at the end of the song, we all remember that Alvin is shoving the nuts into the tree hole, and yeah.
Grow up, Blitz.
Fine.
Okay. Look, I'm smiling too because you think it was funny and stuff. Okay, come on, these are jokes.
Well, because I said tree hole.
No, because how you were describing it, he's putting the nuts into the tree hole.
Okay, maybe I should have said acorns, but that's not besides the point. Continue.
And remember the song when it was raining outside and they're outside, singing? That was pretty cool.
That's also how I got introduced to it, and it's one of my favorite songs.
And also another great one is, what was it?
Funky Town.
Well, yes, Funky Town and Christmas, Don't Be Dawn.
Don't be late.
What? Yeah, that's it. Christmas, don't be late. Not don't be gone. That makes sense.
I didn't say gone.
Well,
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did.
I said dawn.
What?
Okay. What? Okay. Whatever.
Can you wait?
Playing around the Christmas montage. That's what it's called.
Okay, well that's.
Of course. I've been loving it ever since of that, and sometimes, 1 year, I used to do that to annoy my mom, but I grew out of that, so I don't do it anymore. But I still consider it a pretty good Christmas song. Even referenced in the third Ice Age movie, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, done by Crash and Eddie. Yeah, wait.
What?
Oh, what's it? I don't know what I was thinking. Another good song is... What's another one?
How about Jeopardy?
I mentioned Witch Doctor.
Well, yeah, but we didn't explain fully, though. I mean, go ahead and about see why it's so cool.
Okay, so the way they sang it and stuff, and, like really catchy and stuff. And of course, I remember used to having a CD of it that was like part of a McDonald's Happy Meal. I think that was one of the songs. And I also had a regular CD of it, but of course I don't have that anymore either. It had every song from the movie soundtrack and stuff. But yeah, Witch Doctor is a pretty dang good song.
Yeah, it became my most favorite song from the movie, and so cool to know that, of course, like Ross Badgerton Senior, like the guy who originally like created the Chipmunks, he did originally sing that song, and I like how Miss Miller was singing it in the Chipmunk Adventure, and yeah, I heard that song multiple different times in Family Guy as well.
Really? Family Guy?
Yeah, Quagmire did it.
Fresh, how awesome Witch Doctor was. What's your opinion on Witch Doctor?
It was a really great song.
Alright. Another one is, was it Coast to Coast? The song they played while the Chipmunks were traveling?
Oh yeah, that was like one of the best as well.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, that's like my second favorite song of the franchise. And yeah, it's a pretty...
Not that much.
Yeah, not that much, because there's not that much songs in the movie. So, yeah, I think that's it about the songs.
Alright, then let's move on.
Alright, into the cameras. Alright, so yeah, the Chipmunks movie had an interesting trend. Like, yeah, with Roz, he decided to choose 3 celebrities at the time to voice these Chipmunks. The first one being Justin Long, voicing Alvin, and that's how I actually got introduced to him.
Same here.
Me too.
Yeah. His performance as Alvin was top notch. Just like a little bit from the old cartoons, like he really played the character really good.
Yep.
Great fit.
And other works he has done is a character named Lem from Planet 51, Humphrey in Alpha and Omega, and other works. He's also Sparrow in Skylar's Academy for Netflix.
I mean, yes. He was also in Dodgeball.
Yes.
That's right, he is. It's been a while since I've seen Dodgeball, but I do remember that he is in that movie.
And he was also in Effort is for Family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, and Beyond the Voice Actors.
And what other ones are you familiar with for Justin?
Walk
really,
Hard.
I don't.
Go ahead, because yes, like not really familiar with the guy. What a surprise and stuff.
Okay, let's see what other works has he done.
Fun fact. Just gonna look at a fun fact here.
What?
About Justin. He used to date Drew Barrymore.
No way, he did?
Cool.
And years later, he got invited to her show. And, I'm glad they're still good friends afterwards.
That's really good to know. A lot of other movies I'm not really familiar with, but wait,
what?
Apparently he was in Megamind. It said.
You sure?
It's fake.
Yeah.
Megamind. You sure about that? You sure?
Yeah.
I'm just fake. But
wait, it says Minions and Megamind. What?
It's fake. Where are you looking?
I'm looking at the Megamind cast. Unless, I don't know. You just have to look at it for yourself.
I'm just actually looking at their Wikipedia pages. That's what I'm doing. But overall, yes, as I said before, for him and Alvin, both of them, infinity.
Same.
10 out of 10.
And now we get to Simon. Yes, played by Matthew Gray Gubler. Well, yeah, it was an interesting, And fun fact, he actually did he did an interview and he was explaining how he did the voices for Simon, and basically he just did a line like very slow and they sped it up for him and it sounded accurate.
Well, that's what they did for all the Chipmunks, basically.
I know. I'm saying for when he was doing the interview.
Oh, because you could have just said that at first. So
he played kind of like a male version. He kind of played a male version of Velma in a movie called Scooby-Doo What's in the Phantom Store named Windsor.
I saw the movie. It was pretty good.
Yeah, and that's where that Shaggy Super Saiyan meme came from because of his braveness.
He was also in All-Star Superman where he played Jimmy Olsen. He also got to play the Riddler one time. And
only in Assault on Arm.
And he's mainly known for his role from Criminal Minds as Dr. Spencer.
Is that so? Well, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Is it a good show?
It is.
Cool. So, yeah, he hasn't voiced any character since because his last role was Simon and...
No, it is not.
Really, it doesn't matter whether or not if anyone does a voiceover or not.
Hold on, let me just do this now. 19. Oh, okay. But go on, with other things, what do you like about Simon and all that?
Of course, he's being the brains of the group, and he always keeps Alvin in check. Of course, there's one time when they fought, which is shown in the Squeakquel, where, yeah.
Yes.
And apparently he shares the same birthday with my Uncle Dean, March 9th.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And you seen the movie RV with Robin Williams?
One time. It's been so freaking long.
I seen it once. It was pretty alright. Well, he's in a movie, it seems. And there's a lot of other movies, but yeah, he did pretty good voicing Simon in the live action film, so kudos on him. 10 out of 10.
Sure.
Yes.
And we get to Jesse McCarthy voicing Theodore. I say it was really impressive how he recorded his lines when he was 20 years old at the time.
20 years old, wowzer.
Yep, and yeah, with his version of Theodore, matching it perfectly as I like how he captured Theodore's how would I say this?
Innocence.
What's the word I'm trying to find? Well, yeah, you can say that. Yeah, innocence, cuteness, and all that, just acting adorable towards
Or as the girls dubbed it from the Squeakquel, the adorable.
Nice.
And fun fact, his first voice role was in Kingdom Hearts 2 in 2006, voicing a character named Roxas.
And yes, he was also in 14 Years of Who.
Yeah, voicing JoJo McDodd, who did speak until the end of the film, but he's a pretty interesting character. And I don't know if you heard of Unstable Fables.
I haven't.
Well, in that one, Brad Garrett is in that movie. He was one of the three. Jesse voices one of the characters named Lucky, which is the wolf that the pigs were taken care of. And also, he was in Tinkerbell, the first one named Terrence, and other adaptations. And he's also Dick Grayson and Young Justice.
And the Batman in 2004.
Oh.
Yeah.
But for him, I give him 10 out of 10.
Me too. He's a pretty great guy.
And
Alright, next
go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's like one of his songs was from the freaking Fat Albert movie when they were all going to that amusement park. Get Your Shine On. Like, it was so amazing to know. It makes me appreciate his work even much more.
I'll be back really soon. Okay, next up is Jason Lee, who played Dave. We already discussed what he did when we did the Incredibles stage presentation. But this is how I got introduced to him overall for live action.
Me too, and I got introduced to him overall, and it's where I learned that he was Syndrome from Incredibles and Underdog from the live action adaptation. So yeah, he's a pretty interesting actor. And what do you think about him so far?
Dave, he's trying to be at first, he was just trying to make a song while, he was falling asleep, meet some chipmunks, try to be the father figure. Didn't really work out, but worked out at the end. So yeah, he's doing everything he can.
Dude, I think he meant Jason Lee himself.
Oh, Jason Lee himself. We already explained this though in the Incredibles one I did. So.
I know, but it's just out of habit. But yeah, and of course, like you said, what about Dave? Yeah, being a father figure and stuff, and he actually did adopt him in the fourth movie, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah. And you want to hear a little bit of fun fact?
What?
There were castings before Jason Lee got the role, and you want to know some of the people?
What?
Number one, Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase? That would be interesting. I would like to see that.
Number two, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey? Not bad, not bad.
Number three, Tim Allen.
Well, that's a good one.
Number four, John Travolta.
Oh my god.
That as well.
Number five, Ben Stiller.
Not bad, not bad. I could see it.
Number six, Vince Vaughn.
Maybe.
And the last one was Bill Murray.
Interesting. If we did an ornamental of Dave Seville, we would definitely add these to him. Well, of course, minus Jim Carrey.
I mean, that's alright. I mean, that was the fun fact. But, yeah, that's my opinion about Dave and Jason Lee. Overall, 10 out of 10.
Me too. And next up is David Cross, playing as Ian Hawke.
Yeah. This is how I got introduced to him overall for live action. And for animation, of course, it was Kung Fu Panda for me.
It was this and Kung Fu Panda and later Megamind.
Cool.
Yeah, of course, Ian playing Dave's longtime friend, but turned villain because, of course, working the Chipmunks off their butts and stuff, and yeah, he became a villain through the third movie. Then he wasn't seen ever since the fourth. So, but yeah, when he played Ian, he's an alright character, and David Cross is a really great actor. Is one of my favorites. Besides this, he's also in one of the Men in Black movies. Oh, actually, two of them.
Right. And first, you want to tell him about that show he did with Bob?
Oh yeah, the Mr. Show with Bob and Dave. It was an interesting show. It's basically those kind of sketch comedy shows with many recognizable people here and there, and I want to get more into it if I got the chance to.
Yeah.
It's also in Pitch Perfect 2.
There you go again, mouthing off.
Sorry.
That's alright though. But he was also in that movie. You ever seen it, Next Gen?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
I have never seen it ever, but to appreciate the actors that are in it.
Yeah, and I don't know which character he plays, but it's cool that he's in that movie.
And what do you call it? Another fun fact. Before his castings, one of the people that got offered the role for Ian was Patton Oswalt.
It would have been cool.
I guess I could kind of see it.
And the next person, actually, the last person was offered was, can't really pronounce his last name, but Brian Poshlin, I believe. Yeah, remember media like Steven Universe, Minecraft Story Mode, the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, are you talking about the dude that was in Big Bang Theory?
Yes, the one with the glasses.
Oh, that dude. I could see him too.
I mean, yeah, but sadly both of them denied.
Oh, they denied. Really?
Yeah. Maybe they were busy with other work, but who knows? It would have been cool.
Perhaps.
But and as a character, as a kid, you don't like the guy, but overall, he did a funny performance, and for him,
especially in a sequel, which is the most cringiest scene ever. Okay, so of course in that movie, he tried to take over as a Chipmunks, but of course they quit. So while and somewhere else says he doesn't have them, he was forced to play them, like using sock puppets, and he even wore a dress.
Awkward.
Yeah. So cringy. Anyway.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say for me, I give him a 7 out of 10.
An 8.
You first, 10?
10.
Cool.
All right. Do you know the woman that played Claire Wilson, Cameron Richardson?
Not that much. I only know her from like Alvin and Chipmunks. That's it.
Yeah, me too.
But for performance overall, I give her a 10 out of 10.
Me too.
Yes.
She did pretty good.
Let's see here. Yeah. Dave's boss from like the conference room, Jane Lynch. A great legend, honestly.
Yes, she is. This is how I got introduced to her. And she's also the voice of Calhoun from the Wreck-It Ralph movies.
For me, this is one of the movies I got introduced to her in live action, but my first live action, appearance for her was, iCarly, where she plays Sam's mother.
Oh, I didn't know she plays Sam's mother.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, how about that? She's also played in Child of Man, Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell, the 40-year-old version, Paul. Have you seen Paul?
Yeah.
Well, how'd you think of it?
Freaking hilarious as usual.
She's also in the 2012 Three Stooges movie, Real, the film show. Oh, great, she's in Velma. God dang it.
She was also in The Loud House. She played Lori's, actually no, she was in that golf episode. She was the person that Lori was trying to impress so she could go to the college.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, her, the one with sunglasses. Oh, I know who you're talking about. And I love that scene where at all times that she was making a squawking sound, and at the end, because she accidentally hit the person she was trying to impersonate's car, and then her parents got the bill and then made the same squawking sound, and she said, "Wow, so that's where she got it from."
And one of the few times I got introduced to her in animation was my first one was Rio.
And who exactly did she play in Rio?
She played one of the geese along with Wanda Sykes in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew about Wanda Sykes, but I didn't know who was the other geese. But I'm glad you told me.
Yeah, and she also played Nebula from Imperial Squad.
Oh, how about that? That's pretty cool.
Because in this timeline of the show, Nebula is Thanos' sister.
Whoa! Thanos' sister?
Yeah, because this is before. Wait, actually no, this is after the MCU. But of course, Nebula was not canon in the MCU yet. But
Whoa. Okay, I was not expecting that. The daughter. The thing I can handle, but the sister, whoa. Okay. I need to.
She was also in Phineas and Ferb, where she played Jeremy's mother.
Oh yes, that I do know, and of course, one of the episodes like a district where Candace got and transformed to a orangutan. Well, her hair covered her whole body, making her think that she's a orangutan.
And she played J. Jonah Jameson's wife in Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yes.
Oh.
And yeah, first, you want to explain her character from the Shrek franchise?
Oh right. Well, she's just one of the ogres, and what was her name again?
Gretchen?
Yeah, right. Thanks. I guess like one of the rare female ogres in the Resistance to protect the ogre time from Rumpelstiltskin.
And lastly, for me, she was in the Toy Story short, where she plays one of the toys. You remember the one where Buzz gets replaced by the tiny Buzz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a funny short, though.
But who's she voicing it?
Yeah, it was the mermaid.
Okay.
Yeah. But overall, she's a great actor.
I agree, and I can't believe I didn't know about those other stuff that she has been. So, again, thank you for telling me.
No problem. Alright. This movie themselves. Yes, both Ross and his wife. Being the original voices. Well, technically, taking the mantle from his father, like of Alvin, Theodore, and of course Simon.
Technically, he played Alvin, Simon, and Dave. His wife played.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna explain more about. Thank you for that, but they were technically in the movie because he did all the singing for the Chipmunks along with his wife.
That's pretty dang awesome, I'm gonna say.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, hearing their versions, like from be Frankenstein and Weird the Werewolf, especially from the 2015 show, they did really good as well.
Agreed.
Yeah. For both of them, for like making this great movie and producing it, it's 1,000 for them.
Exactly, because it's because of them. That's how I got introduced to Chipmunks 2007, which I am very grateful for that.
And let's see here. Can I count extras that were in the movie?
Sure, if you want.
Yeah. You ever heard of this actor named Kevin Simons?
I do not. Explain.
Yeah, he played one of Dave's co-workers from the conference room. You may know him from iCarly, Henry Danger, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, many more actually.
Interesting.
But yeah, when I was looking through the cast, I was like, why does he look so familiar? Because I knew he was from Henry Danger. I was like, oh, this is the character he played, though.
Who did he play Henry Danger?
Candy Danger? Alright, I'll tell you Candy Danger.
Did I say Candy Danger?
What do you
Yes,
think?
you did.
God dang it.
Well, yeah, he played a character named, Bill Evil.
Bill Evil?
Yeah, he appeared in that Halloween episode, not the first one, the second one, the episode Danger Things, basically a parody of Stranger Things.
Oh, I've seen a trailer of that, but of course I didn't see it because I'm not really interested in Stranger Things, so.
Yeah, that show is strange. So good.
But good thing is that it is coming to an end, that's all I heard.
And iCarly, you remember the episode where iCarly was getting this offer to make, a living out of these shoes they were presenting?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that episode.
Yeah, so basically he played the main boss.
Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. But other than that, that was the cast for this awesome movie.
Yes, it is. And overall score for me, 1 million plus, because it's just that radical.
Same here.
Yeah, I put it about 90. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, fair enough. Yes.
All right, so until next time, whenever we review the second movie, just remember these words. We're back.
Ah, just like the beginning, the
perfect.
beginning of it.